Hello and welcome to the Woolly Cwtches podcast. My name is Pip, and this is a podcast talking about my knitting, crocheting, spinning, all those sort of things that I try at. Did have a little go at cross stitch, but decided it wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. So the cross stitch kit I bought, I'm going to gift to somebody that I know will do it. Right, where to start? What have I been up to? Well, firstly, I need to say sorry for being MIA. After the last podcast, I had a very nasty message, a troll, I suppose, that kind of put me off, made me think, you know, why am I doing this? To get comments, personal comments too, not very nice. So it took me back a bit, but then I thought, well, actually I do enjoy it, and you know, all the rest of the comments have been lovely. It's just this one which I deleted as soon as I saw it. Anne from Sparknit said, I hope you gave them as good back, but I think I was shocked and I just deleted it. And because I think, well, if you don't enjoy a podcast, why watch? Just turn over to someone else. You don't need to, in my opinion, you don't need to make nasty comments. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, I think. But anyway, that put me off for a while. And then I have wanted to come back and do a podcast, just trying to find the time to sit down where I haven't got grandchildren or husband home, or been trying to sort out. We're still in Mum's house at the moment, as we moved in here at the beginning of lockdown to look after my mum, who had dementia. And Mum passed away 2 years ago, and well, 2 years ago this month. It's taken this long to sort probate, which is finally at an end now. And obviously this house is between my sister and I, and she wants her half, naturally, of course she does. So my husband's near retirement age, and we've decided that if we can, we're going to sell our old house so that I can sort my sister out financially, and we'll stay here until he retires and find our forever home, because we kind of wanted to move anyway. And I've been looking, and I've always had a desire to, when we retire, to get my cottage by the sea. But cottages by the sea are a fortune. So unless, you know, we move to Scotland, and there's some, you know, you can buy some beautiful properties there really reasonably, but I don't want to be that far away from, although I think Scotland's beautiful. Obviously my children and my grandchildren are all in this area, so I don't want to go that far. I don't mind going an hour or so away, because there's nothing now with the car, is it? You can jump in the car and then come and stay and everything. You're not too far away, but yeah, Scotland's a bit far. So we're trying to find something that I like, that we agree on, because I like oldie worldy cottages, and you know, a bit of land as well would be nice. I'd rather outdoor space than indoor space, but my husband quite likes modern, which I don't. So trying to find something we both like is going to be interesting, to say the least. So anyway, that's kind of what's been happening. We've been trying to sort the other house out, bringing up all the rubbish that you acquire over 40 years of having a house, bringing it up here, and then trying to find places for it or get rid of it, having to be really ruthless and think, right, you know, I haven't used that in the last 4 years, so get rid of it. And then I had a week basically of not being well with vertigo. So that sort of knocked me back. It was probably the worst bout of vertigo. I've had vertigo a few times, but not where it's kept me in bed for a few days. And then when I got over the giddiness, I still had the headaches and feeling nauseous. So it was about a week in all, really, of feeling, which is quite mild. And I remember my mum having it, and mum having it very bad, you know, darkened room, didn't want to talk to anyone. It wasn't that bad, but it's still not pleasant. I sure as heck didn't want to get in a car. But anyway, what I gathered around me here is what I have made, what I'm making, what I've bought, all the things you normally show. And I'm going to start with what I finished to start with, I think, and then go on to whips, and then on to some of the things I've bought. Done a little bit of spinning as well. I'm going to try and put the fan on. I hope the noise is quite a quiet fan because it is warm and I can feel I'm getting quite warm. So I'm hoping that isn't going to pick up on if I move it to that side, maybe it won't pick up on the I won't know it will I till I edit it. So I've been doing more baby knits as well. Well, that's another thing. We had a baby arrive. Well, 2 babies arrived. My granddaughter's mum was having a little girl. She arrived at the beginning of August. And if I'm right in saying the 21st, it was a Tuesday. I think it was the 21st of August. My son's daughter arrived. So that's his 3rd. And between him and his partner, they now have 4 children. 2 boys, 2 girls. So it's nice and even. And so I did quite a few baby knits as I showed previously for them. And then my godson is having a baby, a little boy we believe, and his sister is having a little girl. So soon I finished the one lot baby knits, I started the next. So anyway, for my godson's little boy, I've done this one. And I didn't do the first size because he was 11 pounds born. So I thought I'd better do it a bit bigger just in case, or he'll grow into it. So it's that one. I quite like it. It's got the little detail on the shoulder, the little splits on there. So it should be quite nice and easy to get on. Because you can undo these. I mean, it's quite a good size head bit, but if need be you can undo. I quite enjoyed this yarn. It's King Cole Cherish, and this colour is called Cafe Cream, and it's 1118. What did I do with all my? Yeah, here it is. Oh, that was a bit ripped. It's King Cole Cherish, and then the colour is there. And I'm pleased with how the little pattern came out. Cheating, isn't it? Having it all done for you in the yarn. But yeah, front and there's the back. So that's that one done. And then I did a crochet blanket. And don't ask me what the yarn is, I'm afraid. I cannot remember what yarn I used, and I cannot find the label. I usually try and keep the labels. So it was, I think they were half double crochets, if I remember right. And then I just on YouTube found a border, and these are just like little granny chains. You've got your little clusters and your chain, and then a cluster, then a chain. So it's quite easy. If I open it up a bit, you can see it better. Made a nice little border. The worst thing in this house though is keeping it free of cat's hairs. Being plain navy, it does show up everything between the dogs and the cats. So and then I only put the frill on there. Was an end there I missed from above here, and I better tidy that up. I only put the border on the sides. I thought it might be a bit much, and I thought around the baby's head, so I just only on 2 sides I did the border. But I thought it's quite a good size for a cot or a pram. So that was just a made up one, but I can't remember what the yarn is. It was a chunky weight yarn, on the lighter side of chunky but thicker than an Aran. And I really can't remember. I've looked and looked this morning for the labels, and I can't find what I've done with them, so I'm sorry. It's just a navy blue acrylic yarn. So anyway, another socks. This is another one I finished, and these have been on the go for quite a while, and I like this yarn. Reminds me of Licorice All Sorts. It's just got that Licorice All Sorts colouring, and it's just a vanilla sock pattern. I think I used the Crazy Sock Lady. I mostly use her just plain sock one. I find I pretty much know it now, so I can just do it, you know. Usually just double check as I go along that I haven't missed a stage out or anything. But those are done, and I can wear those now once the weather turns a bit. They can go in my drawer. I have washed those. I don't block socks really. I'm saying that I have blocked the next pair, but you'll see why. But normally I don't block socks, I just wear them. They soon go to shape. Excuse me, I've got a dry mouth. I always have a dry mouth, and I was only talking to my cousin who's on one of the same medications as me, and she always has a dry mouth, and we discovered it's the amitriptyline I take as a painkiller at night, and so it gives me, anybody else on it, they see if you've seen the same, but I always feel like my tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth. It's about right. I can't handle any day. And I really like this because I usually drink too much coffee. I'm not a tea person, but I do like these fruit teas. And this one is Rose Lemonade by Taylor's, and it is very rose. It's very nice. This one and Sweet Rhubarb. I'm mostly going between the two at the moment. So that's that one. Oh, the yarn for that one was I brought all the bits in somewhere. There it is. Now I don't know if this is discontinued because I can't find it anywhere. And I think if I remember right, I got it from Angela at Yarn in Yarns on her D-Stash, on her Instagram D-Stash page. And it's Barefoot Sock, excuse me, Lestat, I think is how you say the colour. And it's very nice too. I had a look because I would have bought more. I have got one more, which I'll show you in acquisitions. Although actually that one's out of stock, out of my stash rather. But yeah, that's that one. But if anybody knows, I had to ask Angela actually. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. But, oh look, I've just noticed. One of my granddaughter's craft sticky things stuck to it. Yeah, to find out, because it is really nice yarn, and I really like that sort of licorice or sorty colour. And then my Colourwork sock. Now I saw these, I don't think it's on Ravelry, but I haven't looked, but I saw these on Instagram, and I I thought, oh, I really like those. And it's these. And because it's in a thicker yarn, they didn't take that long to do. So there's the one and there's the other. I just had to rock, and I actually pulled them quite a bit when they were damp, just to make sure, and they do go on okay. I have tried, just to make sure my colour work's not too tight. On the actual pattern, she doesn't have the toe. She has a one here, but one, I was running out of yarn. I thought, I don't think I'm going to have enough of the blue yarn to do it. And two, I did wonder if I would like it, the feel of it on my foot. If I was just wearing it around the house, it'd be right. But if I did decide to wear them inside boots, I thought that might be a bit thick. And also, I might not like the feel. So I decided to do the foot plain and just put the last bit of colour on the toe. And I don't know what I did with it, but I literally had a tiny, tiny piece of the blue colour left at the end. I was getting a bit like, am I going to have enough to finish the toe? And I did just. But I really like these. And these are by Heidi Frosthag, I think it is, on Instagram. And it's Heidi and then FROSHAUG. And these are called the Omar sock. And these are knit in Sun is Gone, Peer Gynt. In the grey is I'll write it underneath. I'm not sure. Ammo from Perfect Pastimes YouTube. She told me which one was what, which was the colour and which was the thing, and I've forgotten, because I'm good like that. I'm very good at forgetting. And then is this one different? Yeah. So this one is 1032, which I think is the colour. And this one is 5575. I don't know why I've got a croaky voice. I think that's the blue. Well, that is the blue. So that's those. I'll put the details underneath as well. But if I ever, forget to say something or tell something, just ask me in the comments if there's details you want to know. And oh, there's the other bit, and I'll find out what I've done. Then you've seen this cardigan before, and it was it hasn't been. I've just done it, but I haven't washed and blocked it yet. And this is the one that I forgot to put the buttonholes on. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to put fake buttons on or not. I don't know, because I don't tend to do them up anyway. And why I like this one is on the back is nice back detail. And then the sleeves. I did the sleeves a bit different because I don't like, I made my cuffs smaller. I decreased down, and two things actually I did was, one, I did the size for mine. I did size, it's called Fox Bay Cardigan by Erika Knight, and I did the third size. But when I picked up the stitches for the sleeve, it was too shallow. The tops of my arms aren't small, and it was too shallow. So I picked up the bigger size because I'd rather them big. And then I decreased down, and then it would have meant that I had too wide a cuff. And I like them to sit neat on there. Because like if you're doing stuff, especially washing up or anything, I hate them when they're dangling, they get in the way. and I mean the dogs and everything, and you know, I'm not dainty, and I've always got my hands in water. So and then I think I decreased, yeah, I decreased every stitch, just knitted 2 together, every stitch around, and then that made the cuffs just right, so they should sit just right now. So this is in West Yorkshire Spinners Croft, in so it's West Yorkshire Spinners Croft in Fetlar. The colour Fetlar, which is 312. So I need to wash that one now and block it. But yeah, it's quite nice with the detail there as well. This is the one I tried on in the shop in Monmouth. They had a couple of display jumpers and cardigans, and I tried it on in the shop, and I think I tried on the size down from here, which was okay, but I don't like things snug. I prefer things a bit big and baggy, cover the seams, and so I did the next size up, and it's come out nice. It fits nicely. So just got to wash and block it and then decide what am I doing. What I'm going to do about, oh, it's another sleeve, I don't know what I'm doing here. Decide what I'm going to do about the button band. There is, I think somebody said you could do like an afterthought buttonhole, but I'll have to look that up. Right, what are we on to now? So, whips. That's all the finished offs that I think, because I've gifted quite a few of the baby knits, but I think I showed them before. So, right, another baby knit I'm doing, which is it's a pattern I was given by one of the ladies from Craft, and I quite like the texture and the collar. I'm just doing this lace now, but I'm not keen on the embroidery over the top. It's too fussy for me. And because I'm doing it in purple, not in white, I don't think, so that's pattern 5103, and it fits 0 to 7 years. So 16 to 26 inches. And again, I've not done the first size. So I've just finished the, but I think that is pretty enough on its own. I've just done the first part of the collar, and then the sleeves are done. It's quite a nice pattern. I think it's fussy enough as it is. And then I'm doing the collar, which is just going to be pointy all the way around. So I've done 2 of the points. It's basically 6 stitches, and then you sort of increasing and decreasing, and then keep going again. It just makes that little, so that's fun. So that's that work in progress. And what am I knitting this in? Oh, this one. This is I had in my stash upstairs. I got a cupboard under the stairs, which is all my sort of what I call my nicer yarns, all the ones that I really like. And then the yarns that I have quite a while in acrylic yarns are in some totes upstairs, and I went rummaging through to see what I had suitable for baby yarn, and I had this one up here. I don't know where it's come from. It might have been given to me by my sister when she gave me a load of yarn. We Heart yarn, acrylic, colour 15, and I'm on the third ball, 100 grams a ball, and I'm on the third ball at the moment. I got one more ball there, so may do a little hat to go with it. I'll see when I finished. So I'm probably going to go into that ball. Oh no, I'm not. Why was I thinking I was towards the end? I'm not. I've still got plenty. So yeah, so I'll have at least a ball left. So maybe do a hat or something to go with it. That's that one. Got another needle floating around somewhere. Oh yeah, it's in my hair. It's like when you put your glasses on your head, isn't it? And then you go around looking for your glasses everywhere. What have I done with them? So one good thing as well with this watch, because I'm always putting my phone down, and then I'm like, where have I put my phone? I dap it down everywhere. And with this, I can make it beep. You know, you press and it makes the phone beep. I need it on everything. I need it on my glasses, my car keys. I need beepers on everything. Oh dear. I can't believe that we're going into autumn now, and I don't feel like summer's really started. We've had a few nice days, but it's been so wet and so short-lived. Although saying that, we'll probably have an Indian summer once the kids go back to school. It is quite a nice day today. But, I like autumn. I'm looking forward to autumn, but I really don't feel like... And a lot of my seeds and things just didn't get going this year. My strawberries didn't do very good. Raspberries didn't do any good. I had 1 or 2 raspberries off my raspberry bush, and that was about it. Things just didn't... Apples are coming now on the trees, but I've got some sort of brown spot on them. Is that one? I like flowers and gardens, but I'm not very good at it. I'm trying to learn, but I'm trying to remember the names of the plants and what likes what. I just throw it in and hope for the best usually. What else have I got going? Oh, I have done a bit on this. This is the Aymara Cardigan, which I've showed you before. And it's in the Aymara yarn by Debbie Bliss as well. And I bought this yarn in, again, I think I got it from Ange. I'm sure I did, in a D-stash. Doing. So I'm up to there where you split for the sleeves, and I've done the first front, and then you work the back, however many stitches it is across the back, and then you do the other front. So I haven't rushed on this because it was at the beginning a lot of stitches in a row, and obviously having to watch. It does get intuitive. You do start to be able to see where you are and what you're supposed to be doing next without looking at the pattern every row. And I'm enjoying it, and it's beautiful soft yarn. Is it alpaca, this one? I've got a feeling it is. needles everywhere. Yeah, Debbie Bliss. Yeah, baby alpaca. So it feels like alpaca. Very, very soft. Very soft. You just have to be careful when I wash it. It doesn't grow. But yeah, so I've done a little bit more on that one. And back in the bag. And then this is totally different feel. This one is more rustic, but it's very bouncy, which I'm loving. It's got that lovely springy bouncy feel to it. Where's the pattern? And this is the yarn that I bought at Wonderwool. And I've showed you before, it's the Bitterscotch by Baby Cocktails. This is the actual pattern. Patterns on Ravelry. So I bought the yarn and I saw the cardigan there at the show, but you get the pattern off Ravelry. I can't remember who. Oh, I can't remember. Just says Baby Cocktails. I'll put details down underneath. And the yarn is delicious. It is Daughter of a Shepherd, natural, and dyed, I believe. It's like a browny, very dark brown. Not a black. It's looking a bit grey on there, but it's more of a dark brown. Yeah, a bit more like that. And with this stitch as well, I've also, with this one, split and done the one front. And I like the detail of the pattern, and then it's almost like a fake seams underneath. And it is rusty and it's very sheepy. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's going to be nice and warm. And I don't know if it'll bloom or not, but you know, as it is, it's really lovely. And like I said, it's very, very squidgy, the yarn and the pattern. And I'm really enjoying that. But I do have to concentrate a bit on it, so it's something I pick up when I'm not too tired, so I don't make any silly mistakes, like forgetting your buttonholes on that one. Put a button in there. And that's just in, I couldn't find a bag empty that was big enough, so it's just in one of the wool warehouse. Is it organza? I think it's organza bags. That one. Where are we now? No, that's what I've bought. Right, spinning. Spinning. So, finally got the hang of it. And this reminds me of rhubarb and custard colours. Looks more, take it out the bag. Looks more sort of goldy yellow in here. Yeah. I think the pink stands out slightly more, which is quite nice. And you've got the subtle of the other colour in there. I don't know what it's going to be. But I've just got that bit left to spin. And this is Cat and Sparrow, hand-dyed fibres and yarns. I think this was on Etsy. And it is 43% Shetland, 42% Corriedale, and 15% Mulberry Silk. And the colour is Apple Tree, and that was £11. And it spins very nicely. So we've got the other bobbin on the wheel, which I split it in half, so hopefully by the time I get this on I'll have the same amount as this, and then I can ply it and decide what it'll be when it grows up. I'm really pleased with myself with that. A bit chuffed with myself. It took me ages to get the hang of it, and finally sort of conquered it. That one. And then I've been having a fiddle with drop spindles. So I've got some fibre, quite crazy coloured fibre. Here's the label. It's from the Shepherd's Hut. That again is on Etsy. The Shepherd's Hut. Neon Brights, blended top, merino. And that was £8.50. So the colours I thought were fun. So I had to go on this one. Not too bad. Trying to get it fine without it breaking. So I'm doing a little bit on that one. And then I treated myself at Wonderworld to a Turkish spindle. Turkish drop spindle. And I haven't done any on this for a while, but again, not too bad for first attempt. I'm quite pleased. It's a little bit thick and thin, and again I've got to watch that I don't do it so thin that it snaps on me. But now how you get it off this into something else, I haven't worked that one out yet. But, Alma Serve Witch Crafty Lady, on her Instagram, she did like little tutorials on drop spindles, which is really helpful. I'd just watched different bits and bobs off YouTube and was having a go, and then she put that up and it sort of reinforced that, yeah, I am doing it right. But she explains things very clearly, that if you want to have a go, I recommend looking on her on Instagram and finding where she put the tutorials on, because she's very thorough, showing you all of it to get it to set up and everything. So that's me bits with my spinning. And I want to try with a support spindle next. I'm not quite sure how you do that, but I'm quite interested to have a go, because the worst thing with that is having a long enough drop. It's even if you're stood, it makes your arms out, and if you sat down, sometimes I spin it and it knocks against my leg and things. So it's just getting the hang of oh, I've got blooming hiccups now. Honestly, me. Oh dear. So I hope you all sat there with a drink or something nice and that you're knitting or crafting away. Right, on to acquisitions now. If well, I go through first. I've been rummaging in my stash. I bought some sock yarn from Yarn and Yarns, and do you think I can find it? I've searched and I've searched. I've put it somewhere safe, and now I can't find it. But whilst I was rummaging, I found this one, which is the same as my Liquid All Sorts, the same make. This one's called Illusionist. They're just some lovely yarns, so I'm hoping that somebody will know. I'm hoping they haven't finished. So, because I haven't got any socks now on the needle. Well, that's a lie, I have. I've got my granddaughter's pair, which I haven't touched for ages. And she did say to me when I was knitting on mine, "Are you making a pair for me?" And I said, well, yeah, I am. I have done the one sock, I just need to do the second sock. But I want to have, I like to have some socks on the go as small projects to take out and about. Like my grandson has had, he's the one with autism, and through the summer holidays they've done some sort of play things with them. They had swimming on a Monday. It's finished now. They're obviously going back to school, and I was taking him to swimming, and it's not that far, but I could have just taken him. The first time I took him and dropped him off, because I had my granddaughter with me, I had to do some other things, and then I went back and picked him up. But to come all the way home and then to go all the way back again to pick him up, I thought it was easy to just take my knitting and sit there with a cup of coffee. Because he was there from 12:30 to 3:30, and you could sit and watch the pool. So that's what I did, and I think he quite liked it, knowing that I was there. It seemed to relax him more that he knew I was there. Especially the first time he was a little bit apprehensive, and then he got to, realise that he'd met the crowd before, and things like that. If I'm waiting on the kids at all, if they're at a party or anything, then I like to have some socks to take with me to do, because they're so easy to carry around, aren't they, rather than big jumpers. So I'd like to get this one on the needles. So I'm going to get this one wound up in the next day or so and get that one on my needles. And also I bought these pretty sure I just saw it on Etsy and loved the colour. And this one is Toasted Almonds. I think I showed this when I bought it. Cosmic Strings. So I think this is just your normal. Oh. Hand-dyed in Edinburgh. It's 100%. I just didn't realise that 100% superwash merino. There's no acrylic in it, so I don't know if it'd be strong enough. But I was wondering whether I put it with that, which is Mama Bear's kid silk mohair. Sunshine. I've put that with it. This might make that strong enough to wear it be a pair of socks. Or whether I rethink and use that for like a shawl. I'll rethink that one, but that's definitely going to be socks because that is a sock yarn. I need to find that other ball that I bought. I took a picture and put it on Instagram when I bought it, and then I don't know, I've shoved it in one of my bags somewhere. I expect my project bags, and I'll have to go through them all. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking of casting on. And then I want to do a blanket, and excuse the my father was here now. He'd tell me off using my teeth. I could hear him saying, "Don't use your teeth." I'll pull one of them out one day and that'll shock me, won't it? Right, get rid of the plastic. I've used Snugly before, so I knew it was nice and soft. I love this colour pink. It's a soft, gentle pink. It's not too Barbie pink or too wishy-washy. I just thought it was a nice colour. So it's Sirdar Snugly, and it is pearly pink. Pearly pink is the colour. So I bought a couple of balls of those. So I'm going to do my granddaughter a blanket because I've done the others blankets, and obviously haven't done one for her yet. So I'm trying to find a pattern that I like. It'll be crochet because I don't like knitting blankets. They take too long. I prefer to crochet them. So looking for a crochet pattern for that one. And then I bought this side. It was chucking it down with rain. What did I go into Newport for? I had to go into Newport for something. Oh, I had to go into the post office in Newport because locally they didn't do it, to renew my driver's license. It was over 10 years, so I had to go and get my photo taken, which I hate. They're always awful, aren't they? Those little photos of passport and driving license photos. So I went into Newport to do that. And whilst I was in there, I thought I'd go into Hobbycraft just to have a wander around. But if you wander around, you end up buying, don't you? So I picked up this, which I don't know, it's going to be something baby. Can you see it's got a sparkle, iridescence to it? I thought it was quite pretty. It's Knitcraft Baby Brilliance. It's on the alright side of softness. It's not as soft as the other baby yarns, but it's fine. I think I only bought one ball. No, a lie, I bought two. I bought two, so maybe mix them a little bit bigger now. Ready for them. I'm not going to stay in tiny baby stuff for long. And what is this? Acrylic, polyamide and polyester. Just white. I'm hoping the cameras. There, you can just about see the sparkle in it. So I got that, and I really like this colour. Never used to be a colour I went for, but lately I've been going for these sort of colours. Changing in my old age. This is Wendy Supreme DK, 100 grams. It doesn't feel bad. What is it? I think it's acrylic. Where does it say? Yeah, acrylic. But it feels quite nice. It hasn't got that squeaky feeling. So I thought I might do a... So I thought it'd look alright over navy or black. I picked up that when I was in there. I like the low neck on it. It's a James C Brett pattern. JB286. So the pattern was in there, but I won't be doing it that fitted. We're doing a bigger size. I don't do fitted. It shows lumps and bumps. So what did I pick up? 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked up 6 balls of that, so I'm hoping that'll be enough. I don't know when that'll be going on the needles, but hopefully it'll be a winter project. And more baby yarn with the 2 bags. I went to the doctor's day before yesterday, and there's a little shop that sells just a bit of all sorts really, but it does a lot of the kids' uniform. And she's usually got a lot of second-hand books in there, and she's got a small area of wall, mostly just acrylic wall. But I picked this one up and it's really soft. I haven't used this one before, and it is called Baby Soft. It's Baby Safe, sorry, Baby Safe DK. And again, it was a nice pink. So I just picked up 2 balls of that, which I didn't really need, but oh, and I got buttons. Their buttons in there are so cheap. I thought, well, I've got to have some. They're like 10p each. Just the plain little buttons. Unfortunately, she doesn't have an awful lot of choice. Just put the sort of neutral ones. But I thought, well, they're handy for baby things. And were they? No, they were 8p each because it was 80p, and I bought 10. Yeah, I bought 10. So they were 8p each. It's 80p. Bargain. That's what I like. And Almas of Witchcraft Yarn. I think she'd been to one of the yarn shows, and my hair desperately needs cut. It's been cut on the 4th. Needs a lop off. And then she put up some of what was left over. And as soon as I saw these colours, I just thought, oh, I really like those 2 colours. I thought they go nice together. I haven't found a pattern yet. I know in my mind what I want. I want a sort of 2 colour Fair Isle. But I've scrolled and scrolled through Ravelry, and nothing's really caught my eye yet. So I have to keep looking. And take them out the bag. I got these 2. These will be ready for, make something ready for next summer. And oh my days, are they ever soft. They feel like they're going to have a wonderful drape. They are so soft. And they are 45% Peruvian alpaca, 35% Falklands merino wool, and 20% mulberry silk. And they are. Alma's yarn is always really good value for money. And I think these were £12. Pretty sure it was £12 each. It's got whip barrel spindleberry, so I think that's the colour. And then whip barrel limey. They are just really, I mean, I knew if it was coming from Almas it would be nice quality yarn, but when it came I was like, oh my days, that is soft. So yeah, I want to try and find something to make a cardigan for next summer. I'm trying to find a pattern, and I've got 3 of the green and 2 of the pink. So that's everything that I have bought. So only 2 were for me, the rest was for babies. So if you have a pattern that springs to mind when you look at these, how can I explain it? I don't want a big bowl pattern, because I think with these colours that's going to be too much for me, not my thing. I want more of a small ferrule pattern, bit more than flax, but not a great big. I don't think anything like this, but maybe something like this in a ferrule. That's what I'm thinking anyway, is having a small neat pattern. Although it looked fabulous to do something like that, it's just I'm going to stand out too much. I don't like that. I'm not petite enough for that. So yes, if somebody says, oh, I've seen one, then please stick it down below. And then to finish up, if you're all still with me, well, we aren't. Oh god, 57 minutes, crikey. Just what I've watched lately and listened to. So on Netflix, I binged pretty much each evening. Swatch. I've written swatched. Obviously, I had knitting on my mind. Swat. That was on Netflix. That was a really good series. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And New Amsterdam. So there's 2 to watch if you haven't watched them. SWAT obviously is about a SWAT team, and New Amsterdam is set in a hospital. Both thoroughly. Oh dear God, I've had a croaky voice. What is it when I stick a camera on? My mouth's as dry as anything. Oh dear. Oh, I'll go in a minute, don't worry. New Amsterdam set in a hospital, and it was also towards the end, set around the COVID time, so it was sort of current things, and I just found that really interesting. And then it was a film, a funny film. It tickled me, the language in it, mind, if you're a bit sensitive about language. But it's called Why Him, and it's basically a father meeting his precious daughter's boyfriend. It was a bit of a shock to the system, and yeah, I laughed a lot at that one. That was a good, you've had one of those days, it was what you needed type of film. I did enjoy that. And then on Audible at the moment, I'm listening to Linda Robson. Nanny Linda, as she's known, isn't she, now on Loose Women. I just like her. I just find she says it as it is, and she's down to earth. And yeah, she's shockingly honest on there. There's things that I knew she hadn't been well, and when she lost a lot of weight, I didn't realise the reason for it. I just thought that she'd been on a damn good diet. Didn't realise. So that was Although I like loose women, I don't watch much daytime TV, so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I nearly finished, haven't quite finished with that one. And then before that, I listened to The Lost Girls of Penzance by Sally Rigby. It was good. I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I just found it was a little slow. But it was, yeah, it was a good storyline. It was just, I found it, yeah, it could have gone a bit quicker. But then I suppose they tried to make a bigger book. They tried to write more pages. So yeah, it was okay. The Lost Girls of Penzance was okay. Probably give it a 6 to 7 out of 10, that one. So that's what I've listened to on Audible. And that's it, really. That's all I've got to say. So I'm hoping, because last time when I recorded, I thought I'm going to try and do it more often. And then, like I said, that comment really sort of threw me a curveball and made me think, But then I went back and read all the positive, you know, how I'm not going to let one comment stop me doing something that I'm enjoying. So I'm back, and I hope to record at least once a month. I'd like to record twice a month, but then it's having enough content to show. It depends how busy we've been, because I have done a fair bit of knitting, but not as much as I normally would do in that time, because apart from being busy, it's also like with the summer, we had a lot of gardening. It's a big garden here, and it takes an awful lot of weeding and looking after. And when it's nice, to be honest, you just want to be outside. Probably get more done through the winter months when you haven't got the gardening to do. But I took the spinning wheel outside and sat out there a couple of afternoons after I'd done what I needed to do. You know, usually I found about 4 o'clock, if there was heat, the worst of the heat had gone over, and it was quite nice. I'd either sit in the sun then or sit under the umbrella, take the spinning wheel out and sit there and do a sort of half an hour or more if my hands would let me, and just sit and chill for a bit before I started doing the next round, doing, you know, feeding everything and feeding us and that sort of thing. But if I've got more content, I'll come back and video sooner. But if not, probably maybe more through the winter, like I said, when you've got dull days and sat in knitting more. But I hope everybody's well. I hope you've all had a nice summer or winter, depending on where you are in the world. And by all means, please comment underneath. I love to read the comments, as long as they're nice ones. And I shall see you all again soon, hopefully. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.